Some civil society organizations in Nigeria, in collaboration with several government agencies, have commenced a dialogue in the nation's capital, Abuja, to understand government efforts at transforming the nation's economy. The section, which has its theme, Technical Roundtable Discussion on Exploring the Economic Outlook of Nigeria, is expected to come up with clear workable solutions to tackling numerous challenges faced by citizens as they try to navigate present-day economic challenges.
If you look at the inflation rates, if you look at the exchange rates, if you look at the cost of living generally, so one seems to wonder, how is this impacting? Is it how are citizens surviving? How are this group of persons we have mentioned, how they survive? So we need people to go back to farms, more people to go back to the farms to produce. That would generally reduce the cost of food. A bag of rice over 50,000, is that sustainable? And what is the minimum wage? How are people going to survive? How are the farmers coping? We're going to come up with clear recommendations, clear actions, which we will also support, including having groups, movements that will be holding government accountable. So at the end of the day, this group we are going to be working, it's not ending here. We're going to have several other meetings, like I said, visit the NSA, visit some groups, the central bank governor, look at practical things that are coming from this group, and make sure that these actions feed into the policies and programs of the government. If we as citizens, we say, oh, every state, we must create a farming zone where you have hectares, thousands of hectares dedicated to farm a particular product from that state. That state is known for that, and we promote and push it. We have self-sufficiency in the country first, and after that we then get into exports. Of course, we're going to have more foreign currency coming to the country, and that would help us show the value of the naira to the US dollar, and the economy will be better off for it.
Is it the issue of taxation? You look at how tax is affecting businesses and high tax, multiplicity of taxations and all that. But even beyond that is looking at issue of social security, social protection. In a situation like this, we should have something on the ground. That means since the removal of oil subsidy, we can't say that we have any tangible thing on the ground, to support the citizen. So the vulnerability is so high, and we really need to get government to understand, the condition of the people and how the economic situation is biting hard on the people. Before the removal of the oil subsidy, the MBS told us more than 133 million Nigerians under multidimensional poverty. That was before the removal of the oil subsidy. So can you count the number of Nigerians that would have been further plunged into poverty after that removal? So it's a critical situation, it's an emergency situation, and we need to respond to that.
We are saying we have crude oil. There's no need to run to Saudi Arabia to beg them for money. Why don't we target producing at least 2.5 to 3 million barrels a day? Under Jonathan, we were doing 2 million barrels a day. And if we do that, with oil hovering over $80 per barrel, we'll have a lot of money for sharing at the Federation account, and then the value of the naira, there will be enough foreign resources, foreign exchange for the CBN to defend the value of the naira. So we are just giving those kind of recommendations in critical sectors, even in agriculture. That's why we brought stuff on here. There are recommendations in agriculture. There are also recommendations about credit to the economy. Why will you go to the bank and put your money and they wouldn't give you more than 5% interest? And you turn around the same bank to say you want to take a loan, they ask you to bring 31%. We are saying this is fundamentally flawed. Let there be a link between the deposit rate and the interest rate you are charging. Maybe 600 basis points. If you are lending at 31%, maybe your deposit rate shouldn't be lower than 24%.
You can see how the insecurity is already affecting the standard of living of the people. The farms are not working anymore. Somebody just said that the large-scale farms, the mechanized farms, are not working anymore. People who are in those farms are easily kidnapped, and people are afraid to go to the farms. And how many times do you have to now provide security for you to go and farm? So there is need for general security in the land, so that people, security is very critical, because what can you do without security? Even going to come here today, this morning, if you are not sure you can go and come back alive, you will not be able to be here. You can't go to work if there's no security. You cannot go to the farm. You cannot go to the market. So security and welfare of the people as provided by the Constitution is the primary responsibility of government. So those agencies of government that are responsible for providing security and welfare to the people must be made to live up to their duties.